Hot news, Brian got into bed with a transgender person, someone whose role I don't know whether to refer to as Glenn's father or mother.
Not ashamed to be with me? No, I'm not. I don't care anymore. I guess I'm just not as hung up as I used to be.
Room service.
Oh my God, you ordered room service? Are you crazy? What if somebody finds out I'm in here having goofball sex? Sausages.
On a beautiful morning, Peter, Glenn, and Joe began their meeting with a hot cup of coffee, trying to recall what had happened the night before, but failing to do so. They were frustrated because they always forgot their million-dollar business ideas after getting drunk.
Here you go, guys. Little hot coffee.
Where'd we even go last night?
I have no idea.
That's right. We had that $1 million business idea.
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's in my pocket.
Well, down at work, we wear body cams. We could just do that when we're drinking.
That's a great idea, Joe.
Thanks. Now maybe you'll take down those 3 billboards you put up about.
With Joe's idea, the 4 guys clipped small cameras to their chests and wore identical outfits for easy recognition. They immediately set to work.
How do we talk when they're on? Like, different?
No, Peter, use your normal speaking voice.
All right, let's hit it.
Hang on, guys. I'm just going to say goodbye to Lois.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
I told you, I'm going to the clam with the guys. Lois sends her love. Come on, let's go.
What does she mean, can't eat an ear of corn? I can't help it if my adult teeth never came in.
She says I say everybody weird. I say everybody just like everybody else does.
You do say that weird.
Their first location was the Drunken Clam Bar. Here, they watched an engaging promotional video from a shopping mall, which sparked a unique business idea.
Open forum. No self-editing. Wide open slate. No such thing as a bad idea.
Beer in a bag.
Bad idea.
Peter, that'll never work.
Oh, no? Is that the tinkling of ice I hear?
They not only had a startup idea, but also intended to participate in Shark Tank to seek investment. Glenn, in particular, had an exciting night with a sexy girl.
Wait, why are only 3 of us on Shark Tank?
Yeah, where's Quagmire?
Oh my God, is that?
We're on track to get sued for $12.5 million. That's quadruple the projections.
I like your product, but more than that, I like you guys.
You did it again, Glenn Quagmire. Oh my God. Joe, you have to delete this footage.
Sorry, Glenn. The footage is automatically uploaded to the internet every night.
The internet? Oh my God.
After that night, the 4 guys gathered together, wanting to see what they had done the previous night through the recorded videos.
Oh, this must have been when we were jumping around to jump around, like the song asked us to.
Oh, yeah, I was so into this song. Look at my footage. I was going bananas.
All right, let's fast forward a little here. Wait, pause it. Zoom in on that napkin. There it is. Warm cuts.
Warm cuts? That's dumb.
After watching the footage of Glenn's actions, Ida, Glenn's transgender father, was very sad. At that moment, Brian appeared from behind and comforted her.
So, you saw the video, huh? Yeah, it's just so hard. Well, it has to be for sex. No, I mean it's difficult to watch your son embarrass himself so publicly. As much as you want to save your kids from their mistakes, it's their mistakes that help them grow and change and become their best selves. You give your paw after a couple of tries? Come on, paw. 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 There you go, good boy. Ida, should we get a room?
After that passionate night, they continued to go out for a meal. Brian still felt a bit embarrassed walking next to a transgender person, and it wasn't hard for Ida to notice this.
Can I help you?
The fish is for...
The fish is for me. The chicken is for my girlfriend, Ida Davis. Girlfriend? Are you sure, Brian? I'm sure. Okay, maybe this has been a little weirder for me than I thought. I'm sorry, Ida. I really care about you, and you deserve better. Brian, I can't help but notice you're a little uncomfortable spending time with me. I thought you said you weren't ashamed of me. What are you talking about? Because I made you lie down in the back seat all the way here? You look tired. It just seems like you're always taking me to out-of-the-way places to avoid being seen together.
This meeting led Brian and Ida to their first date at a hotel. A dog on the bed with a transgender person. It sounded really hard to imagine.
Morning, sleepyhead. Does that mean you're asking me out? I guess it does. You're not ashamed to be with me?
Hello, room service. I've got your eggs and sausages.
Sausages? No, I'm not. I don't care anymore. I guess I'm just not as hung up as I used to be.
Upon hearing the news that Brian was dating Ida, Glenn immediately went to her house. Glenn had to try to get accustomed to Brian's new role.
That's right. Get ready for eggs a la Brian. Scrambled eggs with a side of toast.
What?
Everyone goes cold, I go hot. And that's the Allah. So, Denver Airport. Kind of up there, huh? Mile high.
Yeah, that is the height of the airport.
Cool, cool. How many globs of ketchup you want?
Chef's choice. So,
I think that's a great idea. Yeah, Quagmire, what do you say?
all right. I guess I can do that.
The next day, Brian decided to introduce Ida to the Griffin family. Contrary to Brian's worries, his family was very happy and fully supported their relationship.
Hello, everybody. I have some pretty big news. It may come as a surprise. After all, I'm not the first person to deliver tough news, like when they found Waldo. The guys are gonna come to life.
Like who?
The guys, you know, when it's nighttime.
Wow, Brian and Ida. Good for them.
Well, that's a relief. Now, the only other person we have to tell about us is Glenn. You know what? You're right. I can do this.
Ida arranged a special date for Brian and Glenn to bond, but Glenn was not very keen on this idea.
So, Brian, what's new in your world?
Oh, well,
Don't bring up a reference to someone whose favorite movie it is, because you'll just embarrass yourself.
Mr. Quagmire hates Brian.
Yes, my big brother's right. Quagmire thinks Brian's trash.
see? It's not so bad. It's like night at the museum in here.
How?
Well, you know, like...
That evening, Ida and her son Glenn had dinner with the Griffin family. An awkward atmosphere enveloped the gathering.
Thanks so much for having us.
Be very, very careful treading around night at the museum.
Go ahead, Brian. Tell him. Ida and I have, begun dating.
Really, Brian? Oh, do tell us.
I knew it!
What? When were you gonna tell me this?
Today was a joyful day for the Griffin family. They gathered friends, played ball, and enjoyed barbecue.
Okay, let's get this game started. Do you believe it still fits?
From when?
Thank you for throwing this barbecue. Brian, you're very sweet to do that.
To do what? I'm the one who scored the touchdown.
You sure did, Glenn.
He's not my dad. I already have a dad, and it's my mom. All right, Brian? Stop trying to be my dad, you fraud.
It's so good for the boys to spend real time together. Okay, let's play. Kids versus the parents. I choose Brian.
Yes.
To talk to first. Brian, I've loved every minute that we've spent together. I never thought I'd meet someone who I connected with on so many levels, much less an Ivy Leaguer.
Come on.
But as special as you are to me,
1, 2, 3. Break!
Ball!
Focus, Chris. Can we just focus for a minute? And let's all face the same direction.
hey guys, gonna need your help over here. They got a real All-American at QB.
Hut! Hut!
Good huttin', Glenn. That's my boy, Hutton. Way to hut!
Shut up! Stop complimenting things that don't need it. Hike!
A heated argument broke out. Glenn did not agree with this relationship. He forced Ida to choose between him and Brian, and maternal love triumphed over all.
I'm sorry, Brian. I'll never forget what we had together. I understand.
Can you guys wrap this up? I see Peter coming with some kind of problem from the game.
Quagmire, we agreed it was a two-hand touch, and then Chris hit me with one hand.
Bye-bye, Brian. You're history. And this time, history's not coming back to life. Night at the museum.
Sweetie, calm down.
No, I'm not gonna calm down. I can't take this anymore. Listen, Dad, the first time you hooked up with Brian, it was awful. I hated it.
No way. He did it all by himself.
Ah, there it is again! Brian, you're the best dad ever!
What are you talking about? I beat him.
I wish I had a dad like that.
Me too, bud.
But you were confused. You'd just gone through a huge change. You didn't know if you had any options, so you settled. But you're a beautiful, intelligent woman. And now you've had time to adjust, and your choice is Brian? Why in God Almighty would you choose him?
Because I love him, a resolved Ida said. I'm also a published author.
Self-published. You're also a pompous, pretentious, hypocritical blowhard.
Who attended Brown?
For 1 semester.
You went to Brown?
For 2 months. See, that's what I mean. His whole life is a lie. I can't take this anymore. It's either him or me.